What's up everyone, Darcblade returning with another 100% sync episode for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, where we take a look at the harder missions in the game and try to get 100% synchronization on them. To gain 100% synchronization, we have to complete additional mission objectives on top of the main mission objective. Now, as with all my 100% sync guides, I will be avoiding major spoilers, so I will be cutting out major cutscenes and, shall we say, more of the story-based elements of the missions, and instead focus on the additional objectives, which are normally the harder parts of the missions. Anyway, in this 100% sync episode, we're going to be going forward to sequence 10 and taking a look at the third mission in this sequence, called the Observatory. The main goal for this mission is to find the Observatory with the help of Roberts, but along the way you'll be given two additional objectives. The first is to incapacitate all the Guardians while unarmed. The second is to incapacitate 5 Guardians from stalking areas. This will be bushes, for example. Now, the tricky part about this mission is really getting the Guardians from the stalking positions, because they can be tricky to spot, but thanks to Eagle Vision, and if you've played the mission enough, you should eventually learn where each Guardian is. And if you follow the route that I'm taking here, you can easily get the first 5 Guardians taken down from stalking positions easily. The thing is too, especially in some of the areas, like for example the first 2 areas, you don't actually have to take down all the Guardians. You can take down 3 or 4 of them and move on to the next one. For example, in the first area there are at least 5 Guardians that I counted whilst playing through the game, but you only have to take out 3 of them in order to move on to the next area. So you have to try to find the Guardians that are easiest to take out. Most of the Guardians that are in the bushes and that can be taken out from above, but remember that you do want to try to take out 5 of these Guardians from stalking zones, so if it is possible to sneak up behind them whilst you're in a bush, do so. The Guardians don't really have any set patrol route as such, only 1 or 2 of them does, so they don't really move. So if you're following the video here, most of the Guardians will be in the same spots as they are in your game, hopefully. Go careful around some of the earlier areas, because there are wildlife floating around. There are crocodiles, for example, but you can easily take them out with a sleep dart if you want to remove them as a threat. When it comes to the various areas on this mission, basically what you have to do is take down a certain number of Guardians before you can move on to the next part of the mission. So it's a case of finding and eliminating enough Guardians through the main mission objective. Now, if a Guardian does spot you, they won't simply attack you, they will shoot you with darts, which does a fair amount of damage actually. They can take you down pretty easy if they get multiple shots on you, or multiple Guardians actually do spot you. But for the most part, stick to the stalking zones, and this way you should easily be able to take out the Guardians without too much hassle at all. Don't worry if you do get spotted, because you are allowed to get into open combat and take these out with your fists in order to complete the additional objectives. Just be careful though that you don't accidentally equip your hidden blades or swords. You can potentially take out all the Guardians with the help of a blowpipe with sleep darts. For example, you would put the Guardian to sleep once you've located their position, go over to them, wait till they wake up, and then take them out unarmed. If you take them out unarmed before they wake up, there's a chance you'll just stand on them, which technically counts as a lethal kill, and thus you would fail the additional objective. One thing I should mention just coming up here is there is a Guardian that's sitting next to a bush who is, well, kind of bugged. To get him out of the bugged position, just simply whistle at him and he'll wake up. Now, if you'll notice, especially towards the start of the video when I was taking out the Guardians, I was doing a lot of taking them out from high positions, jumping on them. These don't count as stalking positions, unfortunately, but they are an easier way and quick way to take the Guardians out. Unfortunately, you kind of need to know where the Guardians are going to be in order to do this successfully, because there is a chance they might quickly pop out the bush and try to shoot you down with their blowpipes. Anyway, once you've got to this area where the caves are, the stalking positions become less and less. There are less opportunities to take the Guardians out from stalking positions, as the environment has become more of a cave environment than a jungle. But hopefully by this point you should have at least taken down 5 Guardians from stalking positions if you've been following what I've done in the video. Now, I don't claim that my videos are always the correct or right way to do it, it's just how I did it and the easiest way I found to complete the additional objectives. This may not be the most optimal route, but for me it worked. Anyway, the best route I found in this cave area was to take out all the Guardians who are on the top floor first, and then work your way back and take out the ones on the lower level. There are 2 Guardians in particular, the 2 who are fishing, who unfortunately you can't really take out without getting into open combat with. So apart from these guys, you can potentially take out every single Guardian without alerting them. Anyway, once the Guardians in the cave are all dispatched and dealt with, unarmed mind you, you can move on to the next area where there'll be another series of guardians to take down. Although this time there will not be as many. You'll come across two that I'm stalking bushes again, so I quickly take these out through jumping on them. What a better way to do it. But like I said, you know, I've played this level before, I knew where they were. If you didn't know where they were, I would suggest maybe watching the video through, or going a bit more cautious and using eagle vision to identify their locations. Once them two are dealt with, you'll come into an area which is pretty much the final area when dealing with the Guardians and obtaining the additional objectives. There'll be about 3 guards in this location. One who patrols up the top, one who patrols around the courtyard area, and there's another one hiding in this stalking zone towards the back of this area. I must confess, taking out this guard wasn't exactly smooth sailing as it could have been. I would have normally liked to take him out a little bit more, shall we say, stylish than I did there. But it would have counted as a stalking zone takedown if you hadn't completed the 5 guardians taken down from stalking positions. Once he's taken down, wait for the other patrolling guardian to come close to you, whistle for him to come over to you, and then take him out as well. Whistling from stalking zones is really one of the best aspects of this game because it really helps you bring guards close to you so you can eliminate them quietly and without drawing too much attention. Anyway, once that guardian is out of the way, the final one will be in the bushes over there. Once he's identified, simply run over to him and take him out however you want to, because he is the last guardian. It's not going to be too much of an issue if you take him out with your bare fists in open combat. Once he's down, head over to the Observatory entrance where Rogers and Nat will catch up with you and the mission will play out. There is another whole part to this mission, but it is very heavily story based. There is a little bit of extra travelling, but there's no additional objectives, so I'm going to skip over that so I don't spoil anything for those of you who haven't got that far yet. Anyway, I've been Darcblade, bringing you my 100% synchronization guide for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.